the Paul brothers could be very soon making their debuts in WWE? Question mark. Well, Big E, the current WWE champion, was asked about the Paul brothers, and he said, and I quote, "Wouldn't surprise me to see to see Jake and Logan Paul compete in WWE. Logan Paul obviously was at WrestleMania this past year. He was in Sami Zayn's corner, looking like a jabroni who had never watched wrestling in his life, and then he got stunned, and he was literally hurt. He literally got hurt when Kevin Owens gave him the stunner. But he's been around for a little bit. Jake Paul is someone who I think will thrive immensely in pro wrestling and make a lot of money doing it. Um, so I think the business attracts these two because it's such a showmanship. It's built on showmanship, and because it's a work that's all these brothers know how to do. What do you think about this? What do you think about Big E, especially saying that it wouldn't surprise him to see them in WWE one day?
In all honesty, it wouldn't surprise me either. I mean, pretty much like you said, that their whole career is a work. So I mean, they're used to it. And it you know, anybody who does like good YouTubers, I'll give them that. They are decent YouTubers, like, and they have done this for a while. Like anyone that does something like this possibly has the mentality to be a wrestler, right? I mean, it's a pretty easy switch over for some. Other than that, they would give me another reason not to watch WWE. I don't care if they ever come to WWE, but I think they would do well. Unfortunately, especially Jake. Jake's whole life is showmanship and bullshit, and so he would possibly do very well in wrestling. I think Logan would do pretty well in it as well. But I definitely
Logan probably got paid more than anyone involved in that match. So I think he's doing fine in the world of pro wrestling.
I think they both would do well in wrestling, though. My personal feelings for them aside, I think they would do well in wrestling.
I mean, it's gonna happen. They got the in with Logan to get to Jake. That's what it is. Because Logan is great. Logan is going to get some eyes on the product, but Jake is the guy that literally everyone's talking about. Jake's the fighter who can actually fight. Jake's got the legitimacy. Jake's got more clout than Logan. He's being talked about more as a legitimate fighter, all that stuff. They're going to get Logan and Jake Paul in there. There's going to be a tag team match one day. And it could literally be against anyone. It could be against The Miz and Cesaro. It's probably going to that sounds like a team that's going to happen in one day, actually. He's Miz and Cesaro versus Jake and Logan Paul. That sounds too accurate. Oh, it's just a mid-card. Yeah, Cesaro and The Miz.
I wonder if they're even training right now, because like I wasn't aware that your boy who does commentating in SmackDown, wasn't realize he's been actually training for wrestling for a couple years.
My boy who does wrestling on SmackDown.
No, the one that does commentating on SmackDown.
Pat McAfee. McAfee, yeah.
McAfee.
No, it's Mac. It's I know it's Mac. It's McAfee. I'm pronouncing his name like it's spelled.
Well, no, he actually wrestled at least.
He wrestled Adam Cole
NXT. No, I mean before he wrestled Adam Cole, he actually wrestled a little bit before then. So yeah. But
it's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be. I think a lot of people are gonna be attracted to these two being in the ring just for one reason. To see them get their ass kicked. That's why anyone watches their fights. That's why anyone orders their fights. That's why they pay these people money, because they eventually want to see them get their ass kicked. Same thing with Conor McGregor. Similar thing with Kobe Covington.
Yeah.
You just want to see them get beat up. Yeah. And that's why a lot of people tune in. Another thing with CM Punk. A lot of people didn't like CM Punk when he came to the UFC. But what they do, when he started wrestling, they're like, or when he started fighting, they're like, I'm gonna show him who's boss by giving him my money.
My honest opinion about the Brawl Brothers. I wouldn't care if they fell face down and shit. They're pretty horrendous human beings, and they're not that talented. Don't get me wrong, like Jake definitely has some type of boxing ability. Yes, he does. I give him that all the credit in the world. But stop being a puss and box a boxer. box a boxer. Stop boxing MMA fighters.
But
Box a
there's
boxer.
no money in fighting boxers. You know what? If there was, here's the thing. He can make like $100 million a fighting like a TikToker or fighting
Well, yeah, I mean,
I get that
why
part.
it is, but it's like, okay, it's like me saying, you know what, I'm the greatest fighter on YouTube and fight nobody. Like that's what he's doing.
He's still
He's
saying us
saying,
fighting. It's like no,
Yeah,
that's
right.
Like,
He's like-
no, it's exactly like us fighting because we're friends. But we can, I'll do a heel turn on you if I can make $100 million. And then,
exactly.
and then
Like,
after the fight, with his back saying, "I just made $200 million, buddy." Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.